Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about Just Mercy. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler-free. However, if you don't know anything about the film, and you want to go completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
I got my truth back. You gave that to me. And ain't nobody gonna take that from us.
So Just Mercy stars Michael B. Jordan as Brian Stevenson and Jamie Foxx as Walter Johnny D. McMillan, or Johnny D as his family calls him. So Just Mercy is set in the late 80s, and we follow Johnny D as he's on death row for a crime he didn't commit. So during his trial, he didn't exactly have the best lawyer, that's why he's ended up on death row. Luckily for him, Brian Stevenson has just moved down to Alabama where they are to set up a law firm. Brian's goal is to give free legal counsel to those who cannot afford it. And once Brian hears about Johnny D's case, he does everything in his power to make sure that he can get a fair trial. And so we have Just Mercy. So going into this one, I didn't exactly have the highest hopes for it. I thought it was just going to be another run-of-the-mill courtroom drama, and I was probably going to forget about it in the next 2 days or so. Don't get me wrong, I really like Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx, but nevertheless, I just thought this was going to be one that I wasn't really going to enjoy all that much. And I do think the first 10-20 minutes were kind of setting it up to be just another courtroom drama. But I was still enjoying the film. It wasn't exactly setting itself up to be anything particularly great. But as the story went on and on, I started to find myself enjoying it more and more. The story just kept getting better and better to the point where I absolutely really love this movie. So Just Mercy is based on a true story, but I do have to admit, didn't know anything about this story, didn't know anything about the people, and I didn't know exactly what I was in for with this one. So first of all, the performances. Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx are really good in this movie. Michael B. Jordan's an actor who I've enjoyed for a long time, and he's pretty much up to his usual standard of being a really good actor. But I'd say the absolute standout has to be Jamie Foxx in this. To the point where I'm pretty much kind of in agreement with a lot of people, where I feel that he and the movie itself have really been snubbed at the Oscars. Jamie Foxx gives one of the best performances that I've seen him give in a long time, to the point where I'm pretty much there. Where is this guy's Oscar nomination for this movie? Because he was just absolutely brilliant in this. Also, the movie itself should have just got an Oscar nomination as well. Though Just Mercy, for the most part, is definitely a drama and definitely hits some really good dramatic notes. But I have to say that the comedy, when it is applied, definitely does land. It's not exactly laugh out loud hilarious, but when they do try and set up a joke or a little bit of a humorous scene, it definitely does land. And because the two leads and pretty much everyone in this movie has such great chemistry, all these comedic scenes and all these really heartfelt, emotional scenes really do land, and you believe everything that's going on. And I do find a lot of these courtroom dramas that they really do rush pretty much every part of it. Movies just pretty much go from showing him being arrested pretty much straight to the courtroom, when in actual fact, it takes months, even years, to even probably get to the actual courtroom. And that's why I'd say this movie really does shine, because it shows near enough every single step, from going for them being arrested, to the courtroom, to pretty much every stage of the legal process. Now, obviously, I don't really know much about American law, specifically late 80s Alabama state law. But I do feel they gave an honest representation about what their legal procedure is like. And normally when movies are set over a long span of time, you do kind of tend to get a bit lost and wonder where they're at and what's going on next. But Just Mercy does a really good job of telling you where they are, what they're doing, and pretty much what they're going to do next. At no point are you really confused as to what's going to happen next or what legal procedure they're going to take next. Normally, it's a lot easier for a TV series to go more into detail about the legal procedure than it is for a movie, because they got more time to establish the characters, more time to establish the case, and, obviously a lot more time than a movie gets. But as well, Just Mercy does a really good job of managing its time. It knows exactly what details to keep, leave out, and what to expand upon. When Just Mercy goes for an emotional scene, boy does it deliver. Normally a movie will only really get one, maybe two really emotional scenes that'll have you in tears. But I have to say, there is quite a fair few in this one that really do get you going. And as well, I would say Just Mercy does a really good job of being informative, whilst at the same time not being too preachy with its message. And I think that's a very fine line that a movie needs to walk. And Just Mercy does that brilliantly. Overall, guys, I really enjoyed this movie. Definitely a lot more than I thought I would. Because, obviously, like I said, I just thought I was in for another boring, run-of-the-mill courtroom drama that I'd forget in the next week or so. But I saw Just Mercy a couple of days ago, and it's stayed with me ever since. The acting's great, the story's good, the pacing's decent, and I just really enjoyed myself with this one. But now, as for whether or not you guys should go and see it, I would definitely recommend that you guys should check this one out. If you love your courtroom dramas, then this is definitely one for you. If you're kind of on the fence with this one, I'd say go see it anyway, because I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. Okay guys, that's my review of Just Mercy. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite courtroom drama? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!